I gave Resident Evil Requiem like a 7.5, I think. If I remember correctly, in the moment. Now, what I'm surprised of, there's a lot of people that like that think that Requiem is like the best one yet, and I'm like, I wouldn't say best, but I mean, I had fun, but it was just a 7. Oh, take it back. I give it a 7 out of 10. What's best in my opinion? Best Resident Evil game? Resident Evil 4 remake. Yes, the remake. 4 remake was so much better. I'm sorry. It had style. It had iconic moments. It had style, the music, the setting, the villains, the characters, the gameplay, the merchant. It had everything. Everything is iconic about Resident Evil 4. The shooting range, you know, like, think about it. It had style. It had style. My biggest gripe with Resident Evil 9 is it has no style. Oh, sorry. It does have style. But the style is, guys, remember Resident Evil 2? Remember? Do you remember Resident Evil 2? Well, I might as well just go back and play Resident Evil 2 then. I don't know. The big cheese! Yes! Where'd everybody go? Bingo? The Spanish, yeah, see what I mean? I would rather play Resident Evil 7 than Resident Evil 9. Yeah, I just made a big statement. I guess what I'm saying is, like, even Resident Evil 7, that game had style too. Welcome to the family, son! Jack Baker chasing you around, the family throwing food at you, it's scary, it's creepy, you're in Louisiana, you know, in the swamps, the mold, well, not really, kinda. The mold monsters, freaking, what's the son's name? Lucas Baker, with his weird, creepy, like Saw level, like, experiments and, like, rooms, and, like, it's just scary. It's good, though. It's so good. Go tell Aunt Rhodey, you know? Good song. We don't talk about the boat part, though. But, you know, when the cop gets killed in the garage, and then you fight Jack in the garage, oh, it's so good. It's actually so goated. It's so good. Mia cutting off your arm. Like, when I think about, like, iconic moments, I think of that. I'm sorry, but Resident Evil 9 is just not one of them. Resident Evil 9, I can't even tell you an iconic moment. Oh yeah, there's that guy that looks like Wesker, and then he's literally not important. I'm not gonna spoil it, but he's not important. And it's like, well, okay. Nothing happens with that guy. Okay. Cool, I guess. Yeah, he did some Wesker moves, and then he fucked off forever. Motorcycle? That was okay. They had that in Resident Evil 5 too. It wasn't iconic, the motorcycle. I mean, it was fine. It was okay. I wouldn't say iconic. It felt like I was watching a Resident Evil animated movie. It was okay. I felt like it was fine, but I don't know. I feel like people glaze Resident Evil 9 a little bit too much. Not saying it's a bad one, by the way. I still really enjoyed playing Resident Evil 9. It was fun. It's just Leon sections made me think, man, I'd rather play Resident Evil 4. And the gray sections made me think, man, I'd rather play Resident Evil 7. Honestly. Oh, actually, oh yeah. Why the fuck? Can I spoil Resident Evil 9? Okay, well, I'm about to spoil some Resident Evil 9 stuff. Okay? Alright, everyone cover your ears or whatever, if you don't want it. Or mute the stream for a little bit. Why the fuck is Spencer 180ing on being a bad guy out of nowhere? That made zero sense. I was so upset. If you members remember when they were watching me play, I was like, this is so dumb. This is stupid. It makes no sense. It made zero sense. Oh, me, Spencer, the guy who made Umbrella that killed millions of people with my bioweapon zombie viruses? Oh, no, I got a little baby. I I got a little orphan baby. Oh, I must atone for my sins. This is so stupid. Dumbest plot point in Resident Evil in like forever. So stupid. Resident Evil 5 Spencer. Still, Resident Evil 5 Spencer literally gets killed by Wesker because Wesker's like, I'm gonna take over. But still, I just thought it was a very stupid plot point. I don't know. It didn't make any sense. Now I'm gonna make a cure for all bioweapons. Here you go. It's just kind of stupid. It just, I don't know. It didn't make any sense. Imagine Resident Evil 8, okay? Where Miranda at the end is like, you know what, Ethan? You can have your daughter back. I'm so sorry. And here you go. Kisses you on the forehead. Take care, okay, King? Bye. What? What? What just happened? Is that interview about Leon being married? Yeah, Leon is married. Confirmed. Cool, I guess. Good on you, King. Got married at like what? 49 years old? Better late than never. It's Ada, by the way. It is 1000% Ada. You want to bet, chat? 1000%. Could be Claire. Yeah, okay, Chris. You can hop off your alt accounts. You stop. You don't need like seven different accounts to say it's Claire. We get it. Go back and take care of Ethan's daughter. Leon! Leon! You're gonna marry my sister. Wait, wasn't it a meme like when the trailer Resident Evil 8 came out? When Chris shoots Mia, or in quote Mia, right? Right? And people were like making memes that it's like Chris killing Ethan's wife so Ethan can marry his sister. It's so stupid. You know, Chris is really a good brother, isn't he? He's really looking out for his sister, you know? Is Chris your favorite Resident Evil man? I like all the Resident Evil characters. I'm gonna be so real. I don't think there's really, like, okay, I know I'm, like, criticizing Resident Evil 9 a lot. I like Grace. Grace is fine. She's the Luigi of Resident Evil. Mario! You know what? I'm okay with that. I don't care. She's fine. Grace is fine. Like, there's not a Resident Evil character that I really don't like. They're all fine. Who do I have a soft spot for? Ethan Winters. Yep. The man who suffered the most. I will never talk. That's why when Vanta was going off on Ethan, I was like, I choose to say nothing. I like Ethan. The Ethan slander. The Ethan was designed to be a guy, not a super soldier. Ethan was designed to make you feel what it's like to be a guy. He did his best. He really did. And that's why I think I like him the most. He always did his best. Even if, like, sometimes it wasn't the best of the best compared to other characters, he did his best. And he did it. Bro was not a super soldier. He was just a guy. A mold guy. But a guy. Also, I'm gonna start bad-mouthing people who are shitting on Ethan. Being real, the zombies, I forgot what they're called in Resident Evil 8. The main enemies in Resident Evil 8, like the werewolf-looking guys, they are actually the worst enemies that we've ever seen in Resident Evil in lore. They're just, they are way worse than zombies. They're worse than Las Plagas. They're worse than the T-Virus. They're worse than anything we've seen before. They jump around. They're basically like werewolves. They're a bunch of werewolves. They are like super human lichens. Oh yeah, lichens, that's what they're called. The lichens in Resident Evil 8 are the worst enemies that any Resident Evil character has ever faced. Where's the Mr. X? I mean like regular enemies. And I'm gonna say something. Lady D is way worse than Mr. X. In terms of like power scaling, Mr. X is like he's just like a mindless tyrant zombie. He's just like a big pile of HP that doesn't die, but Lady D is, you know, actually is smart. Way worse than Mr. X. Much taller, I think, too. If I'm not mistaken. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say something crazy. What Ethan went through in Resident Evil 8 is way worse than what Leon went through in Resident Evil 2. Being real. I think it's much worse. Everything was worse. But people will say that Ethan is not a good character. If people say that, they're not a Resident Evil fan. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I will never tolerate Ethan slander unless it's my friend who's really passionate about it in the heat of the moment, and I will not argue with my friend because I don't want to start an argument. So I will just shut up and say nothing. Also, I don't care. Resident Evil 7 literally saved the franchise. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. If Resident Evil 7 was not the way it was, the series would not be where it is right now. It saved the franchise. Resident Evil was the fallout. Resident Evil 6 was Resident Evil 6 made a lot of money. It sold really well, but the fans were really expressive about not being happy where the series was heading. It was too much boom boom pow pow blam pow, zombie T-Rex, bus exploding, bow pow boom 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 boom. Fucking Indiana Jones, fucking underground sewers ride on the minecart. It became a little bit too much for a lot of people, and I'm not gonna lie, me included. To me, playing Resident Evil 6 feels like it's like a parody of Resident Evil almost. It's just playing it. I'm like, man, this is so stupid. It's funny. I will say that playing Resident Evil 6 can be really funny. It came out, it sold really well, but people were really critical of the themes at play and like where the series was going. It was barely horror anymore. It was kind of like just a parody, and it's just. And then I think a lot of reviewing of where the series should go happened, and after that, Resident Evil 7 was made, where it was like more of a let's go back to the root of the series. You know, scary, more dark. Puzzles again, like good puzzles, not just Resident Evil 6 puzzles. You know, like characters that like we call it stalker characters, like Mr. X, Lady D, you know, Nemesis, you know, these are like stalker like enemies that like will not die and will follow you. You're like Jack Baker, you know, doing that, following you around in the house. You know, a new protagonist, new characters, no Leon, no Claire, no Jill, no T-Virus, no Raccoon City. Just a brand new setting with brand new characters. And I guess Chris was there. But everything was new except Chris. Resident Evil 7 was like a turning a new page for the future. A refreshing experience, yeah. First time the game was in first person. And you know what? It turned out great. Oh my god. Just good. Just really good. And I remember at the time, Resident Evil 7, the fan reception at the time was incredibly good. And it felt like a new revival of the franchise. And Resident Evil 8 spoilers, Resident Evil 8 spoilers, Resident Evil 8 spoilers, Resident Evil 8 spoilers, Resident Evil 8 spoilers. And then they were just like, never mind, let's just kill off Ethan and like go back to that's why I have a gripe with Resident Evil 9. The whole point was like to turn a new page, right? With Resident Evil 7, new era, new characters, actually, never mind. Kill him. Let's go back to Leon. Let's go back to Raccoon City. Guys, Mr. X. I mean, I like Leon. I like Resident Evil 2. But I can just play Resident Evil 2 again. I don't know. That's why I like the gray segments the most. Know why? It's new. Again, I wish the whole game, all of Resident Evil 9, was just Grace. I'm just being honest. No Raccoon City, no T-Virus. I mean, T-Virus is fine, but like the new one, I like the zombies in Resident Evil 9. They're pretty cool. They're really scary. Just make Resident Evil 9 all Grace. No Leon, no Raccoon City, no Chris, no Sherry. Just Resident Evil 9 is like a new thing, and people would have been perfectly okay with it. It just feels kind of like they don't know where to go again. Oh, let's go back to Raccoon City. Sigh. Okay, I guess. You don't know where to go? Let's go back. Well, isn't Resident Evil 9 like the best-selling Resident Evil game yet? If I'm not mistaken. Oh, Leon, you gotta come back for Resident Evil 12. Okay. Bingo. Is it actually? I think it's like heading to be one of the best-selling ones. They will never kill off. They will never kill off Leon. They will never do it. They will never do it. He is permanently always going to be there all the time. We can only kill off Ethan Winters. Nobody else. Chris? You will always have Chris. Leon? Leon will always be there. Jill? Oh, we forgot who that is. We don't. Who's Jill again? Who's Barry? No, we don't know who they are. Anyway, Leon and Chris, guys. Here you go. Yeah, who's Carlos? Don't know who Carlos is. Don't know. Who's that again? Anyway, have Zeno. Ta-da! Aren't you glad you have Zeno in the game? Guys, look. Do you like it? What do you mean he's Wesker too? No. Look. I like Victor, though, in Resident Evil 9. I will start saying good things about the game. I'm sorry, okay? I actually did enjoy the game. Just so you know, okay? I'm not saying it's bad. I did like it. I like Victor. Victor was cool. Thumbs up. He gave himself some Nemesis DNA. That was pretty cool. That's why he's so tall, right? Like, he mixed his DNA with Nemesis. I like the zombies, too. I think the zombies in Resident Evil 9 were really scary. I really like them. Like, the semi-sentient. I like that. I will say good things. They were scary. Where they're like, they kind of remember some things about they used to do. Anyway, I'm boring people out with talking about Resident Evil. Anyway, guys, Yaoi, am I right?
Heroes! Assemble!